All right, so let's talk a little bit about some of those hidden toxins that are lurking in our cleaning products. So, when pain is an issue, most of us go to the doctor or chiropractor, and sometimes we don't really understand or even look for it to be a chemical that we're possibly coming in contact with as being the culprit. So I know I've had a lot of women with really painful intercourse. I've seen male pattern baldness and hormone issues with men where they have trouble maintaining an erection or even getting an erection. And we don't think to look at, what are we putting on our bodies? Is it coming from under the kitchen sink? Is it a toiletry that we're applying to our skin? So we want to kind of take a look at some of these culprits that can possibly be wreaking havoc on our hormones, our respiratory system, our neurologic system. So it's making us lose our memory, our hair, our quality of life, basically, right? So let's take a look at some of those things. So number one is phthalates. And those are going to be found in fragranced household products like air fresheners, dish soaps, toilet paper. And the companies really don't have to disclose what scents they're using. So you won't actually sometimes find the phthalates on the label. And if you see the word fragrance on the label, there's a pretty good chance that the phthalates are present in that product. Now, we think nothing of it because, smells are wonderful, right? Well, they do come with a price sometimes, and if they're something that's synthetically made in a lab, it's going to have a side effect on our body. So phthalates are known to be endocrine disruptors, so they're going to wreak havoc on our hormones. Men with higher phthalate compound in their blood had a correspondingly reduced sperm count. According to a 2003 study that was conducted by research from the Center for Disease Control and Prevention at the Harvard School of Public Health, that was the case. And so although the exposure of the phthalates mainly occurs through inhalation, okay, so we don't know what we're inhaling sometimes, right? It can also happen through skin contact by scented soaps, which is a specific and significant problem. And unlike the digestive system, the skin has no safeguard against toxins. It just absorbs like a sponge and goes straight into our organs. So when it comes down to using a healthier choice, we're going to talk about some scents and fragrances that are chemical free, that don't have that same effect on the body. So the next one that we're going to talk about is known as PERC, P-E-R-C, and it's perchloroethylene. And this is going to be found in dry cleaning solution, spot removers, carpet, and upholstery cleaners. So some of the health risks that are involved with PERC, it's a neurotoxin. So according to the chief scientist of environmental protection for the New York Attorney General's office, the EPA classifies this as a possible carcinogen as well. So people who live in residential buildings where dry cleaners are located, and they've actually reported dizziness, loss of coordination, and some other symptoms. And it's very scary, The EPA has actually ordered a phase out of PERC machines in residential buildings by the year 2020. So, they still have 3 more years to go ahead and use that. California is actually going even further and plans to eliminate all those PERCs by 2023 because it's suspected health risks, basically. So Triclosan is another one that we see mostly in dishwasher detergents and hand soaps. It's listed as antibacterial. And I will tell you, antibacterial sounds so lovely, doesn't it? And it's all a ploy on marketing. Antibacterial sounds like it's going to protect us when all in fact it wipes out our natural flora that lives on our hands. Yes, we should wash our hands. Yes, we should keep clean. But should we use antibacterial and like those Hand sanitizer things? Absolutely not. That wipes out our good flora, the stuff that protects us, that's supposed to be there, that God put there, for 24 hours after we use it. So if we're doing this all continuously throughout the day, we're wiping out our immune system. So the triclosan is an aggressive antibacterial agent that can actually promote growth of drug-resistant bacteria. Yikes, right? So we want to be healthier and safer, and we are very particularly concerned with the overuse of antibacterial chemicals. So we're seeing more and more drug resistance and developing more and more resistance by the minute with just by introducing household antibacterials, which is absolutely crazy. So other studies have now found it dangerous, that the dangerous concentrations of triclosan is in the rivers and streams, and that's where it's a toxic algae. The EPA actually currently investigated whether triclosan may also disrupt hormone functions as well. So it's probable as a carcinogen on top of it being wiping out your immune system. So it's a triple whammy, okay? Quat, which is something that's found in cleaners as well, fabric softener, sheets. I know that a lot of spas use Quats. It's quaternary ammonium compounds, and it's found in the dryer sheets, the fabric softener, most household cleaners, and it's listed also as antibacterial. So Quats is another type of antimicrobial, same problem as the triclosan. It actually helps breed antibiotic resistant bacteria, which is no good, right? Number 5 is going to be your 2-Butoxy Ethanol. And that's going to be like your window and kitchen multi-purpose cleaners. The 2-Butoxy Ethanol is the key ingredient in many window cleaners, and that is what actually gives them the characteristic sweet smell. It's the glycol esters that actually have the powerful solvents in them, and they do not mess around. The law does not require the 2-Butoxy Ethanol to be actually listed on the product's label, and according to the EPA's website, in addition to causing sore throats when inhaled, high levels of glycol esters can also contribute to narcosis, pulmonary edema, liver damage, kidney damage. Ooh, I don't know about you guys, but I don't want none of that, right? And then straight up ammonia, we're all familiar with that. That's kind of old school. And we see that in polishing agents, bathroom fixtures, sinks and jewelry, and then also glass cleaners. And the ammonia is going to evaporate, and it's nice because it doesn't leave streaks, right? But it's a powerful irritant. It's almost kind of like a gaseous state that it can cause respiratory distress, asthma. In elderly people, it causes lung problems and breathing issues, and it's almost always inhaled. And when people who actually get a lot of ammonia exposure, like housekeepers and that kind of people, cleaners and janitors, they'll actually develop chronic bronchitis and asthma. And the thing is that ammonia can also create a poisonous gas if it's mixed with bleach. So if you're looking for something a little less toxic or a lot less toxic, we can actually mix some essential oils with vodka, and we'll talk about that. So now chlorine, number 7, is a scouring powder that we see in toilet bowl cleaners, mildew removers, laundry whiteners, and household tap water. And so with chlorine, we have so many avenues of exposure, right? Tons of people using chlorine, and you're getting exposed to these fumes, and possibly through the skin is just absorbing it, because it's also in your city water to get rid of bacteria, so you're drinking it, it's in your bath water, you're showering in it. And these health risks from chlorine can be acute, but they can also be chronic. And so it's a respiratory irritant in an acute level, but chronic level, people don't realize it, but they are serious thyroid disruptors. So we have weight gain and obesity, trouble with blood sugars, and it leads to a whole bunch of other problems. Okay. Our last one that we're going to talk about is the sodium hydroxide, and that's going to be like in your oven cleaners and drain openers. The health risk for those, otherwise known as lye, as we know that can dissolve a body. Pretty scary. Sodium hydroxide is an extremely corrosive, very irritating if touched. If you get it on your skin or in your eyes, it causes severe burns. So routes of exposure that we need to watch are skin contact and inhalation. And inhaling the sodium hydroxide can actually cause a sore throat that will last for days and days. Okay. So we want to be aware of some of those biodegradable products that are out there that claim to be green and natural, because that doesn't necessarily mean they're non-toxic. Now, when I wanted to go green, I switched over to simple green thinking, oh, it's green and it's simple and it's biodegradable. Come to find out, that's one of the top offenders on the environmentalworkinggroup.org. Scary, right? So we want some DIY cleaners, and we're going to look at making over our cleaning cabinet, right? We're going to ditch some of these chemicals and sprays, and the essential oils are actually going to be a safe, natural alternative, very common in cleaning products that we can make at home, which is really nice. All you're going to need is your essential oils, some baking soda, some cast-iron soap, some vinegar, spray bottle, and possibly some borax. Now, I would be very, I just kind of want to be cautious with the borax, because borax in large amounts is linked to infertility. So it's not the best solution alternative. You're going to want to stick to these ones over here. The baking soda, cast-iron soap, and vinegar. Make whatever you can out of those with water. You can even use vodka in place of like ammonia, and just put a few drops of essential oil with it in a spray bottle with the vodka, and you have your nice cleaner there, and it doesn't leave streaks. You can use it for, polishing your bathroom fixtures, your sink, your jewelry, and all that kind of stuff. Glass cleaner. Okay. Now, I do love using the Doterra products. So we have laundry detergent, we have hand soap, which doesn't have the negative effects of the antibacterial. It does not cause drug resistance. This does have a microbial removal system to it. The Melaleuca eats the biofilm off bacteria, but it doesn't break down your immune system, which is really nice. So it spares your good guys, but takes out the bad guys. Same with the On Guard. This is a cleaner concentrate. You'll put about a tablespoon of this into a spray bottle, and you can use it for cleaning and disinfecting countertops, mirrors, glass, you name it. I use it for pretty much every surface. Floors, tile, even my wood floors, you name it, okay? I've even used it on the carpet if we've spilled something that needs to be, sopped up really quickly. And so we have with just thyme oil, you can get rid of bacteria, germs, fungus, and mold with just essential oils, and pretty much all essential oils do this. And you have your choice whether you want to go antibacterial. You can use cypress, you can use eucalyptus, lavender, lemon, lime, marjoram. So there's a whole slew of different essential oils you can pick there. Choose the one that you like the smell of, okay? There is no wrong answer with essential oils, and that's the beautiful thing. If you're looking for an antiviral effect, let's go with cinnamon or clove, eucalyptus, lavender, lemon, melaleuca, oregano, sandalwood, or thyme. If you're looking for antifungal, eucalyptus. So notice eucalyptus is on all these. It's antibacterial, antiviral, antifungal, and antibiotic. So would that be a bad choice? Absolutely not, right? Thyme oil would be another one. It's in a lot of these as well, okay? So, take your choice. You can make scrubs, whiteners, deodorizers, and grease cutters. We've switched over for the last 7 years. We've not touched a chemical. which is amazing because we use baking soda, a little bit of vinegar and water, and some essential oils, and we made our own soft scrub, which is amazing. I just set it on there. I kind of like leave it on for about 5 minutes. It does the work for me, and all I do is take a sponge and wipe it up. I don't have to scrub or anything. So it's been such a blessing. And then we have liquid castile soap, which is a vegetable-based soap commonly found in health food stores, and you can find this at your local, grocery store or health food store, which is really nice. And you can even buy it online if you live somewhere that doesn't have a health food store, which I've been there. And so, there's so many reasons to go natural with your cleaning products, including, over-the-counter being exposed to unnecessary toxic chemicals. The essential oils are actually antimicrobial, and they kill that bacteria naturally without the dangerous side effects. So this is a great way to make over your cleaning cabinet and get rid of some of those harmful chemicals that can really be wreaking havoc in your home. Doterra has quite a few with the On Guard line. If you're looking for something that's already done and don't want to mess with it, we do have a video on the different chemicals in your laundry detergent. That is very interesting. If you have not watched that, please watch that, and I'll put the link below. Now, I am extremely interested in how you plan to use this information to detoxify some of those chemicals in your home. So I'd love to hear what you plan to get rid of and what you plan to make. So comment below.